The Rooney Rule. The Rooney Rule requires NFL teams to interview minority candidates for head coaching and senior football operation jobs, promoting diversity in hiring practices. Lawrence Taylor, breaking down his iconic defensive tackles. When it comes to football legends, Lawrence Taylor's name is often at the top of the list. Known for his exceptional defensive skills, Taylor's tackles were a force to be reckoned with on the field. In this video, we will delve into the details of his iconic defensive tackles and understand what made him such a dominant force in the game. To fully appreciate Taylor's defensive tackles, we need to understand the essence of the tackle itself. A tackle is a fundamental move in football, where a defensive player aims to bring down an opponent carrying the ball. It requires immense strength, agility, and technique to execute a successful tackle, and Lawrence Taylor possessed all of these qualities in abundance. One of the most distinctive aspects of Taylor's tackles was his explosiveness off the snap. His lightning-fast speed allowed him to close in on the ball carrier in a matter of seconds, giving them little time to react or evade his tackle. This burst of speed, combined with his uncanny ability to read offensive plays, made Taylor a formidable force on the field. Another crucial element of Taylor's tackles was his exceptional technique. He was not just a brute force, he knew how to use his body and leverage to overpower his opponents. Taylor's low center of gravity, combined with his strong legs and quick hands, allowed him to execute powerful and effective tackles consistently. His technique was so impeccable that it became a standard for aspiring defensive players to learn from. Taylor's tackles were not only physically dominant but also mentally intimidating. His aggressive playing style struck fear into the hearts of opposing offenses, causing them to alter their game plans and strategies. His relentless pursuit of the ball carrier often resulted in forced fumbles, interceptions, and even sacks. Taylor's tackles were not just about bringing down opponents, they were about asserting dominance and control over the game. Furthermore, Taylor's impact on the game went beyond his tackles. He revolutionized the linebacker position and redefined the way defense was played. He was one of the first players to excel in both pass rushing and pass coverage, making him a complete defensive player. His versatility and athleticism set new standards for linebackers and inspired countless players who followed in his footsteps. It is worth mentioning that Taylor's tackles were not without controversy. Some critics argue that his style of play was overly aggressive and often crossed the line between fair and foul. Throughout his career, Taylor was involved in several highly publicized incidents that tainted his reputation. However, it is essential to focus on his incredible talent and influence on the game, rather than dwelling on these negatives. To this day, Lawrence Taylor's tackles continue to inspire awe and admiration. His impact on the game of football is undeniable, and his legacy as one of the greatest defensive players of all time remains intact. Despite the controversies surrounding his career, Taylor's tackles symbolize the epitome of skill, power, and dominance. He is a true icon of the game who will forever be remembered for his legendary defensive prowess. In conclusion, Lawrence Taylor's tackles were a sight to behold. From his explosive speed off the snap to his impeccable technique and mental intimidation, Taylor possessed all the qualities that made him a dominant force on the field. His impact on the game of football cannot be overstated, and his tackles continue to inspire and amaze fans and players alike. Lawrence Taylor will forever be remembered as a true legend of the game, and his iconic defensive tackles will be revered for generations to come.